Lesson 193. All things are lessons God would have me learn. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. I am Judith. And this is the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. And how this is going to work, we're going to read and contemplate this lesson together. And at the end, I'm going to guide you to a Qigong class where you can actually apply this lesson in a Qigong standing or seated meditation. At the end, if you liked it, subscribe to my channel and let me know where you're watching from and how long you've been with A Course in Miracles. Lesson 193. All things are lessons God would have me learn. God does not know of learning, yet His will extends to what He does not understand, in that He wills the happiness His Son inherited of Him to be undisturbed, eternal and forever gaining scope, eternally expanding in the joy of full creation and eternally open and wholly limitless in Him. This is His will, and thus His will provides the means to guarantee that it is done. God sees no contradictions, yet His Son believes He sees them. Thus He has a need for one who can correct His erring sight and give Him vision that will lead Him back to where perception ceases. God does not perceive at all, yet it is He who gives the means by which perception is made true and beautiful enough to let the light of heaven shine upon it. It is He who answers what His Son would contradict and keeps His sinlessness forever safe. These are the lessons God would have you learn. His will reflects them all, and they reflect His loving kindness to the Son He loves. Each lesson has a central thought, the same in all of them. The form alone is changed, with different circumstances and events, with different characters and different themes, apparent but not real. They are the same in fundamental content, and it is this: forgive and you will see things differently. Forgiveness is the key. We gotta learn to forgive. We gotta learn to let go. We just gotta learn to not hold on to grievances. And when you are unwilling to forgive somebody else or yourself, when you start the blaming game and you start the justified anger game, and when you start the I am so worried game because he's gonna get me, this victim role. When you start all those kind of games, either because of others or because you don't want to forgive yourself, so you're punishing yourself, you spin into a hellhole. And to get out of this is to let go, to forgive, to overlook, to remember that you are the light of the world, to remember that the others are the light of the world, to go out there and exchange this beauty of who you are with others. Allow them to see you, allow them to perceive your light. And that way you can forgive yourself. That way you can see the light within them because they see it in you. There is this wonderful saying, you will see yourself perform miracles through your hands, through me, through that Christ consciousness in you. Certain it is that all distress does not appear to be but unforgiveness. Let's read that again. Certain it is that all distress does not appear to be unforgiveness, yet that is the content underneath the form, always. It is this sameness which makes learning sure, because the lesson is so simple that it cannot be rejected in the end. No one can hide forever from a truth so very obvious that it appears in countless forms and yet is recognized as easily in all of them, if one but wants to see the simple lesson there. Forgive, and you will see differently. These are the words the Holy Spirit speaks in all your tribulations, all your pain, all suffering, regardless of its form. So the forgiveness is the topic here. It is the most important topic in the whole of the Course in Miracles. These are the words the Holy Spirit speaks in all your tribulations. Forgive, and you will see things differently. Because all things are lessons God would have me learn, would have us learn. All your pain, all suffering, and regardless of its form, will disappear if you just allow yourself to forgive. These are the words with which temptation ends and guilt abandoned is revered no more. Forgiveness, forgive, and you will see this differently. Forgive, and you will see this also differently. I forgive myself. Say it together with me. I forgive myself, and I forgive you. And then you can just wrap them into this white light. And if you've got difficulty to do this, I invite you to do the Qigong class with me, where I'm showing you different meditation where you can visualize as we have been instructed in lesson 131, I think it is. These are the words with which temptation ends and guilt abandoned is revered no more. These are the words which end the dream of sin and rid the mind of fear. These are the words by which salvation comes to all the world. And if you find yourself in a deep hole, if you find yourself full of anxiety, worry, anger, grief, fear, then allow yourself to say, okay, I forgive you. I let go. I am the Holy Son of God. I have just forgotten that momentarily. And then just inhale and sink this down. And just imagine, visualize that you're letting go. You must remember that your mind is extremely powerful. So if you are deciding this, if you are wishing this, and you can even say it, I wonder how it would be if I could just forgive myself and let it go. Let go. Observe. Learn. Shall we not learn to say these words when we are tempted to believe that pain is real and death becomes our choice instead of life? Shall we not learn to say these words when we have understood their power to release all minds from bondage? I forgive myself and I forgive you. I am letting go because it's not helpful for me and it's not helpful for you. These are words which give you power over all events which seem to have been given power over you. You see them rightly when you hold these words in full awareness, and do not forget these words apply to everything you see or any brother looks upon amiss. All things are lessons God would have me learn. I forgive myself, for I do not understand what I'm doing. And I forgive my brothers because they don't understand what they're doing either. I am choosing to forgive and allow the light of the world to expand into my awareness and beyond. How can you tell when you are seeing wrong or someone else is failing to perceive the lesson he should learn? Does pain seem real in the perception? If it does, be sure the lesson is not learned, and there remains an unforgiveness hiding in the mind which sees the pain through eyes the mind directs. God would not have you suffer thus. He would help you forgive yourself. His Son does not remember who he is. And God would have him not forget his love and all the gifts his love brings with it. Would you now renounce your own salvation? Would you fail to learn the simple lesson heaven's teachers set before you, that all pain may disappear and God may be remembered by His Son. All things are lessons God would have me learn. I forgive myself, for I do not know what I'm doing at times, and I am forgiving everybody who crosses my path and crosses my mind, because I am looking beyond their body and I am remembering the light in them. All things are lessons God would have you learn. He would not leave an unforgiving thought without correction, nor one thorn or nail that hurt His sacred Son in any way. He would ensure His holy rest remain untroubled and serene, without a care, in an eternal home which cares for Him. And also remember, we learned that 2 or 3 lessons ago, that when you call upon God, when you say, God, help me forgive, please come, or Jesus or Christ, please come in between my crazy thoughts, clear those crazy thoughts out of my mind, and let me see those things the right way. Let me see this person the right way. My husband, my child, my mother, my father, my whoever, sister, brother, boss, colleague. Please help me see this person in the right light. And He would have all tears be wiped away. He would ensure His holy rest remained untroubled and serene, with a care, in an eternal home which cares for Him. And He would have all tears be wiped away, with none remaining yet unshed, and none but waiting their appointed time to fall. For God has willed that laughter should replace each one, and that His Son be free again. We will attempt today to overcome 1,000 seeming obstacles to peace in just one day. Let mercy come to you more quickly. Do not try to hold it off another day, another minute, or another instant. Time was made for this. Use it today. Time was made for this, for us to learn how to forgive, how to let go, and return back into the light, our awareness back into the light. Use it today for what its purpose is. Morning and night, devote what time you can. Morning and evening, devote what time you can to serve its proper aim, and do not let the time be less than meets your deepest need. Allow yourself to take the time to meet your deepest need. Give all you can and give a little more, for now we would arise in haste and go unto our Father's house. We have been gone too long, and we would linger here no more. And as we practice, let us think about all things we saved to settle by ourselves and kept apart from healing. Let us give them all to Him who knows the way to look upon them, so that they will disappear. Truth is His message, truth His teaching. His are the lessons God would have us learn. Each hour spend a little time today, in the days to come, in practicing the lesson in forgiveness in the form established for the day, and try to give it applications to the happenings the hour brought, so that the next one is free of the one before. The chains of time are easily unloosened in this way. Let no 1 hour cast its shadow on the one that follows, and when that one goes, let everything that happens in its course go with it. Thus will you remain unbound in peace eternal in the world of time. This is the lesson God would have you learn. There is a way to look on everything that lets it be to you another step to Him and to salvation of the world. To all that speaks of terror, answer this: I will forgive, and this will disappear. Let's try this together right now. Think of something which is bothering you. Maybe something which happened today, maybe an old grudge, whatever. First thing which comes to your mind. And then say it, breathe in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth and say, I will forgive, and this will disappear, and exhale down. I will forgive, and this will disappear. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, think of the same thing again. And now exhale. I will forgive, and this will disappear. And imagine how it's going down. And if you're sitting down, do what I've showed you at the beginning. Imagine that you have got this dragon's tail growing deep into the earth, and just shake it out. And just say, help yourself with the body. Use the body as a tool. I will forgive, and this will disappear. You can even help your hands. And you go up, inhale, and exhale. I will forgive, and this will disappear. To every apprehension, every care, every form of suffering, repeat these self-same words. And then you hold the key that opens heaven's gate and brings the love of God, the Father, down to earth at last, to raise it up to heaven. You need to bring the Father of the earth down to earth to raise earth up to heaven. God will take this final step Himself. Do not deny the little steps He asks you take of Him. And what He asks of us today is to spend morning and evening in sufficient time to program our mind with this idea. And then every hour apply this phrase. I think you should take a piece of paper and write all those phrases here which are jumping out to you on that piece of paper and take it along with you. I will forgive, and this will disappear, because all things are lessons God will have me learn. Inhale and let go. All things are lessons God will have me learn. I will forgive, and all this which is bothering me will disappear. I forgive now. And that thing which is bothering me is letting go. It's going down to Mother Earth. I'm giving it back. Exhale. And for this Qigong class, for this lesson, I definitely suggest that you do this forgiveness class, which we learned, or this forgiveness class, or here you can search for another class which is suitable for you today. Love, light, and chi to you.